With Alex Lacazette set to leave Arsenal this summer and captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang closing into 33 years of age, Arsenal will most likely be signing a new centre forward. But will that player be Fiorentina's wonder kid, Dusan Vlahovic? Also, what has Alexander Isak said about a potential move to the Premier League? And what's the latest team news going into the game against Watford? As per, let's find out in the latest Arsenal news today. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Watford and welcome back to your boys channel. As per, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also while you guys are down there, please do also consider subscribing to the boys channel. But getting into the Arsenal news and starting off with Dusan Vlahovic. Talk to me about 21-year-old Serbian international centre forward Dusan Vlahovic. Well, as of right now, my friends, he plays for Fiorentina in the Serie A, and last year at 20 years of age he bagged 21 league goals. Yes, 21 for Fiorentina. And in terms of this year, he's also started off on fire, having bagged 10 goals in 11 appearances and already 8 goals in Serie A. So with these elite numbers at such a young age, a lot of Premier League clubs and clubs across the world have become interested, including the likes of Man City, Chelsea and also Tottenham Hotspur. And of course our very own gargantuan institution. But this is where things get very interesting, because as Fabrizio Romano says, Dusan Vlahovic's new contract talks have collapsed. As the Fiorentina president says, Vlahovic has not accepted our huge contract extension proposal. We've been trying for months, but it's over. Vlahovic is out of contract in June 2023. It is a big opportunity. So on one hand, Fiorentina have to contend with all the massive clubs in the Premier League and Tottenham that are interested, and on the second hand, you've got a player who's still got only 18 months left on his contract. By default, in the next couple of transfer windows, Fiorentina will have to sell this player because he is not signing the contract. And this is where our very own club Arsenal enter the scene, because according to the reliable Gianluca Di Marzio of Italy, he says today that Arsenal have reached an initial agreement with Fiorentina over striker Dusan Vlahovic, but not with the player. Arsenal would like to sign Vlahovic as early as January and are willing to meet the €80 million asking price, including bonuses. €80 million, he says, Gianluca. As much as I'm sure Arsenal do hold interest in this player, because of course he is a top young striker and Arsenal will want to sign a brand new centre forward next season. When a player's only got 18 months left on his contract entering the final in the summer, he is not going to be worth €80 million. I mean, this guy is not Lionel Messi, he's not Cristiano Ronaldo, he's not Erling Haaland. Now potentially Arsenal have agreed a fee, but is nowhere near that sort of price tag. This video has been kindly sponsored by the guys at OneFootball. OneFootball is the app when it comes to staying up to date with the beautiful game. Now whether that be staying up to date with the latest transfer news, maybe staying up to date with the team's latest fixtures, or even things like lineups, goal alerts and live match updates. To put it simple, if you are a fan of football, you need OneFootball. Well, that sounds amazing, Babs, but how much does this app cost? Well, this is the beauty of OneFootball. You can access all their great features for the price of absolutely nothing. Yes, the app is available for free, and so make sure to hit the first link down below in the description and download the OneFootball app. Not only do you guys get access to a great app, but you're also helping your boys channel out massively, so for that, a gargantuan thank you from me to you. In terms of the same report from Di Marzio, which also claims that the agent of Dusan Vlahovic is holding out for a bigger club to come with a bigger offer in terms of wages and also agent fees. So by no means whatsoever is this a done deal, and also I don't think it's actually going to happen in January. But regardless of that, if the fee is to be believed, is Dusan Vlahovic worth that sort of money? Well, in terms of the most league goals scored in Europe's top 5 divisions in 2021, Vlahovic is only behind Robert Lewandowski and Erling Haaland by only 1 goal. 25 goals already scored this year. When it comes to scoring goals, Vlahovic is an elite striker, especially when you factor in that he's still so young at 21 years of age. But in terms of his overall play, there is still a lot to be desired. I mean, here is the comparison in terms of last year and this year, and while yes, there is certainly improvements in certain aspects, in terms of his passing, his hold-up play and his other sort of numbers, that is certainly not looking like an €80 million player. And ultimately, you have to pose the question, if Arsenal are serious about paying that sort of money, then players like Dominic Calvert-Lewin at Everton and Victor Osimhen at Napoli could potentially be better offers for value for money and also in terms of completeness in the game as of right now. But as per, my friends, let me know your own thoughts down below on Dusan Vlahovic, and for a price tag of reportedly €80 million, what do you guys make about this potential transfer? Are you for it or are you against it? But keeping it on the young centre forwards, we have quotes from young striker Alexander Isak, who Arsenal were interested in during the summer transfer window, who says to The Independent, "I'm in a very good place at the moment, I'm very happy, but one day it would be nice to play in England as well. They have 6 or 7 of the biggest clubs in the world, it's a very high level," and by saying 6 6 or 7 of the biggest clubs in the world. Make no mistake, my friends, our gargantuan institution is certainly up there. And as the Athletic are reporting back in the summer, Arsenal were definitely keeping tabs on Alexander Isak's development, and that the Sweden forward is very highly rated by technical director Edu Kasper and his recruitment team. So Arsenal definitely have confirmed interest in his player, but once again it goes back to price tag, because Isak of course signed a brand new contract with Real Sociedad back in the summer. And so if the price tag was set at 70 million euros before the new contract, how much is it going to be now? And also in terms of that sort of price tag, while Isak is a great talent and your boy has always hyped him up on this channel, he's now 22 years of age and he's still yet to have a single 20+ goal season in terms of league goals. But then saying that having bagged 17 league goals last season, there is not a single penalty in those 17. And also in terms of Isak's overall ability, his dribbling, his talent, his passing, for me it's better than the likes of Dusan Vlahovic. But I'll go back to one more time, when you're paying that sort of money, you want to play for the now, for the present and also for the future. And while Isak and Vlahovic both have great futures in football, for that sort of money Arsenal could be getting a player more in his peak years. But just like with Dusan Vlahovic, let me know once again your thoughts down below in the comments on Alexander Isak, and out of both of the strikers, who would you rather have Arsenal sign? Okay, moving on to Arsenal versus Watford. Yes, the mighty Arsenal are back in action on Sunday against Watford in the Premier League. And even though our last game was on Saturday, it feels like a month since I've last seen Arsenal play. I don't know how much more I can do of this one game a week business. But starting off with the Arsenal team news, Mikel, Arteta and Kieran his fitness ahead of Watford. Kieran has been training in the last 2 days, he's feeling much better, so hopefully he will be available. If KT is fit and available, does he start over an informed Nuno Tavares? That is the debate for down below in the comments. But in terms of the only other Arsenal player missing, it is a certain Granit Xhaka. And moving on to Watford's team news, Francesco Cielta and Kiko Femenia are back in training and Emmanuel Dennis is available after a ban. But the likes of Sima, Bash, Kabasele and Itabo are all on the sidelines. So now you've heard the team news, what about Mikel Arteta and how exactly is the Arsenal manager going to line up in this game? Well, I think we're going to see a 4-2-3-1 formation with a back 5 of Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel and Nuno Tavares, a midfield duo of Sambi, Partey, Lacazette, Smith Rowe and Saka behind the striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Yes, that is the exact same lineup we saw against Leicester and against Aston Villa. As they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. In terms of Kieran, of course, your boy has nothing but admiration and love for the player. But at the same time, you have to play the informed player. And in terms of Tierney, how fit is he? How much he's been training? I'm not quite sure. In terms of the strike partnership with Lacazette and Aubameyang, even though Martin Odegaard had a decent little spell for the bench, I still think as of right now, Lacazette is transmitting a different sort of energy to the Arsenal first team when it comes to pressing and winning the ball back. But in terms of the centre forward, as Albinho says, Aubameyang has scored in each of his last 4 Premier League games at the Emirates Stadium, and fingers crossed mi amigos that continues. But when it comes to goals and his goal scoring prowess, us Arsenal fans know this guy is elite. But one thing that's been really impressive this season has been his pressing, and as the Athletic points out, Aubameyang has made the most pressures by any Arsenal player this season with 135, with 69 in the attacking third. Mikel Arteta has got Aubameyang pressing, and oh boy does he look like a far more complete and engaged Arsenal player. This season you can definitely see that Aubameyang's pressing more, he's working harder, and also his link-up play is definitely improving. Ultimately for me right now, we are seeing a captain, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who is playing for the club, playing for the badge and leading by example. But in terms of that game against Watford, as per, make sure to go down there and let me know your own matchday predictions, and also let me know your goal scorers and your own personal lineups. Okay, then let's move on to the other Arsenal news today, and starting off with Gareth Southgate, England, and 4 Arsenal players that should have made it but only 2 that have. Because as Charles Watt says, Bukayo Saka and Ramsdale have made the England squad, but somehow Ben White hasn't made it, and nor has Emil Smith Rowe. Mr. Gareth Southgate, we have to have a conversation now, because first things first, what are you thinking, my friend? Southgate's actually been at quite a few Arsenal games this season, so the fact that he has seen Emil Smith Rowe ball game in, game out, score goals and get assists, and he still somehow leaves him out, for me it just does not make any sense, Gareth. But also in terms of Benjamin Blanco, Ben White, even that makes no sense whatsoever, because instead of White, Southgate selected Tyrone Mings and Connor Cody instead, and in terms of Mings, he's not even starting for a relegation battling Aston Villa. But I guess hopefully this means the likes of Ben White can remain injury free during the international break. Moving it on to a positive, Aaron Ramsdale has been nominated for the Premier League Player of the Month award with 4 games, 2 clean sheets and 1 Man of the Match award. Aaron Ramsdale has made a tremendous start to his Arsenal career, and so the fact that even now the Premier League are noticing how good he's been, and he's once again got another England call up, 23 years of age. I mean, credit to Mikel Arteta because he was the guy who pushed for Aaron Ramsdale. He got his man, and so far so, this guy's been tremendous. Albert Samuel Lokonga has also been called up by Belgium for the upcoming international break. Again, another player still 21 years of age getting called up to the Belgian national team. And it's also great to see Arsenal players get some recognition for what they've been doing at Arsenal. And keeping it moving, William Saliba has been included in the League Team of the Week for the 3rd consecutive time. 3 weeks on a row, William Saliba is making the League Team of the Week. That there is my centre back. And even though the French do have some top centre backs, I won't be surprised if Saliba soon gets a call up to the French national team, which if and when that happens is going to just be beautiful scenes. And finally, Mikel Arteta will take charge of his 100th Arsenal game on Sunday against Watford, which will make him the 15th Arsenal manager to reach his milestone with the club, with only George Graham having secured more wins in his opening 100 games than Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta has more wins than Arsene Wenger in his first 100 Arsenal games. That there is just a mental stat. But of course, at the same time, we have to take Europa League tax massively. Of course, games like Dundalk and with all due respect, teams that Arsenal were always going to beat. Regardless, you guys can make of the stat whatever you will. And in terms of Premier League points since Mikel Arteta took over at Arsenal, Arsenal ranked 5th behind Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool and Man City. And that once again is just another very weird stat because Arsenal have had back-to-back 8th place finishes under Mikel Arteta. So the fact that Arsenal is still 5th in points game, again, for me just makes no sense, but hey, it is what it is. But soon to enter his 100th game as an Arsenal manager against Watford on Sunday, let me know down below what you guys have made so far of the Mikel Arteta Arsenal tenure and rate it out of 10 down below in the comments. But that is the video there. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also do subscribe to your boy's channel if you guys are new. If you would like to follow your boy on them social medias, then the links will be down below in the description. But that was the latest Arsenal news today. Alexander Isak, Dusan Vlahovic, transfers FC, remontadas. I don't know what's happening today, my friends, but Watford on Sunday, your boy's gonna be there. Watch out for the matchday vlog, and I will see you guys later in a bit.